to my sleepover. I'm wearing pajamas, so that means the sleepover is about to begin. And you're gonna hear me talk for like the next 20 minutes or so. I did my nails, so they're not gonna pop off like last time. That was embarrassing. The first thing I want to talk about is how many views I got on my first video. And to be honest, I didn't even think I would get to 5, however many views. To me it still seems like a lot, and I was gonna be happy even having just 1 view from my best friend that I knew she was gonna support me from the get-go. But to see other people that I've known for a while, people that I've known since high school that have encouraged me, and people I've met maybe once or twice. I uploaded the first video, and honestly, a couple days after, I did feel discouraged even thinking about continuing, but I was like, since I already started, might as well keep going. I had to remind myself to look at the camera because that was a huge pet peeve of mine when I was editing, is that I wasn't looking directly at the camera. And I realized that I have a lot of pet peeves of mine, things that I started nitpicking about myself from looking at myself in the camera. And one of those things is that I didn't realize that I was doing that I don't know how to explain it, but that little noise you make with your mouth before you start a new sentence, and it's like, and blah 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 blah, and it's that sound, and I hated it. And so I have to remind myself not to do things like that anymore, because it's very annoying, especially if I'm editing myself. There was also, even while I was recording the first episode, I kept saying, anyway, moving on. And so, like I said in the first video, it's just a filler word, and I don't like using it that much, but I catch myself saying it a lot. Anyway, I also don't want to say or oh my god, I just did it again. Ew. It's a work in progress. Please be nice to me, because this is only my second episode, and I think I have to relearn how to speak. I took speech class in high school, and even back then I didn't feel like I knew how to talk in public. And then I think I did learn how to speak more coherent when I started working, and I think it's a really important skill to have, is to be able to talk and to have your words come across easily, and to be coherent and have people understand what you're saying instead of stumbling over your words or using filler words. And even when I had one of my jobs that I used to have was working at Ticketmaster for a call center Ticketmaster. I don't even want to talk about that because I get war flashbacks from working for Ticketmaster. I'll save that for another video. There's just too much to say about it. I hate Ticketmaster. And so during training, I had a coworker who became my friend, and she would ask me for help, but I would be busy on the computer doing something too. So she would ask me something, and I would look over, and to confirm that she was doing something right, I would go, oh my god, I didn't realize I was doing that until she pointed it out. It was so embarrassing. So now when I catch myself saying I go, yeah, yeah. And it's just, I need to learn how to talk. Oh my god, can I can I speak English? I started staring at myself for too long, and that's when I start to point out, like, oh, my posture is terrible. Do I need a lip filler? Because I think my top lip is too thin compared to my bottom lip, but like, that's normal. That's a normal trait in lips. But I'm like, maybe I'll look cuter, maybe I'll look sexier if I had bigger lips. Should I get a BBL? Even though it's like one of the most dangerous procedures you can go through, and it's a bit too much, especially in our culture today. Like the BBL, it's crazy, it's wild. I mean, I don't want to say where I live, but especially in the area where I live, I mean, you can almost compare it to people who live in California, people who live in Florida. It's like those BBLs are getting insane, crazy. And it's just, in my personal opinion, it becomes too much, and it becomes very, very unappealing. But to each their own. I've already gone through several procedures in my time that changes the way I look to make myself feel better. Yes, I had a nose job, and no, I don't regret it. You want to get a nose job? You get that nose job. You find a good doctor, save money, and get that nose job that you want. If it's a dream nose that you want, you get that nose. Because I should have done it. I should have done it in high school. I wonder how much better I could look. Should I chop my hair off? But I know that's not a good idea. I haven't had short hair since 2020, I think, and that was a mistake. But of course that's because my hair was completely dead from bleaching it, and I'll never make that mistake again. I'm never gonna be blonde ever again in my life unless I buy a wig and install it myself. And then I'll do different colors, like pink wig, red wig. Well, it is contradictory, but although I was feeling some insecurities from looking at myself from the first episode, I also found more confidence in myself. I think I can do this again. It's so easy to just, talk into a mic, and it's so cool to think that other people are listening to me. But then I also critique myself too hard, and then I wonder, like, maybe the same things that I'm noticing, they're noticing too. Okay, so that was the first things I wanted to get out of the way to talk about. I'm sure I missed a few things here and there, but I want to talk about what has been, what's the word? What word should I use? I guess haunting my TikTok and Facebook and in person. And that every time I see this thing, there's something raging inside of me, and my blood boils, and I can't help it. I look at this thing and I just wanna throw it away, rip it apart, trash it immediately into the trash immediately. And that is lip boo-boos. I hate lip boo-boos. I hate looking at them. I hate every time it comes into my For You page. I can't, no matter how many times I block Popmart, there's someone else selling it on TikTok through TikTok Shop on TikTok Live. They're promoting like lip boo-boos, even if they're knockoffs, even if they are the real deal. I hate lip boo-boos. I think they're so ugly. They're a monstrosity. Lip boo-boos, the small ones, the big ones, the keychains, the plushies, whatever it is, get it out of my sight. If I see it in person, get it out of my sight. I don't want to see it. Ew. There's so many more better trinkets and keychains and collectibles that don't give me an eyesore, that don't ruin my day if I see it out in the open. Also, not even just lip boo-boos, the rage I feel inside of me whenever I see a crybaby. Oh my god, crybabies are, I can't even decide if crybabies are uglier or Labubus are uglier. I think I'm leaning more towards crybabies because they're just so ugly to look at. It's an eyesore. I want to throw acid in my eyes just to not look at it. Maybe I shouldn't say that. That sounds too graphic, and or maybe I'm being overly sensitive. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good thing to say. Sorry. Anyway, there's so many more better keychains and trinkets. I saw a TikTok of a girl who was hating on Labubus, which I was like, oh, finally someone who understands. But they also said monchichi, and I was like, what? How can you say that about monchichi? Monchichis are so cute. And not even monchichis, but bebichichis. I love bebichichis. I want one so bad, but they're so stupidly expensive. Like, what are they so expensive for? I understand they're a product from Japan, but I see people who are in Japan and there's so many, and then over here in the US there's like none. It's like you're lucky if you find it at Miniso, or if a reseller isn't selling it at like $50 for a little monchichi keychain this big. Don't even get me started on Depop or Mercari resellers, or even Facebook resellers. It started with like the Hello Kitty resellers, and it just got worse from there. It got way worse. From like Hello Kitty to Labubus to Sunny Angels. But I understand Sunny Angels. Sunny Angels are cute, and they have a lot more of an audience that want a Sunny Angel, and it's so cute to like to go and trade them because they're all different and they're cute. I don't own one. I personally don't want to own one, but I love monchichi and I want a bebichichi for myself. And other trinkets that I want to collect more are I know what they're called in English, but I can't remember it. But in Spanish they call them ternurines. Excuse me, ternurines. And it's so cute seeing TikToks of people at un mercado, un tianguis, and they have a bunch of ternurines stuff. I want to go so bad, and I only have two of them that were gifts, and I'm so blessed to have them. And they're like this. Oh, I wish I could show them. They're honestly so adorable, and they're on my vanity. That's all I wanted to say about Labubu. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so ugly. I don't care what famous person is carrying one. I don't care if the most famous person, I don't care if Beyonce is endorsing it or promoting a Labubu. I will not partake in that. Get it away from me. No, don't gift it to me. If you gift it to me, I'm either gonna re-gift it or give it back to you because I'm sure you're gonna appreciate it even more, or hide it within all my other plushies that I have. I want more trinkets. I do. I love expanding my plushies collection. I love cute things to hang on my purse, and I love shopping for them. I like looking for them, and I want more Teletubby stuff. I want more Ternurine stuff. The only thing that's stopping me is I don't like the idea of overconsumption. I think it's a really big problem in the, not even the US, but like worldwide, is overconsumption. And I think there's a difference between collecting, where you get one of something but you know where to stop when there's just too much. I'm talking about the overconsumption where, for example, when Stanleys became really popular, I still remember that one TikTok I saw of a lady who was organizing her collection of Stanley cups, and it was like a huge wall, each cup a different color. And I'm like, in what world, maybe she does, I don't know, but like realistically, in what world is she gonna use every single cup on a daily basis, multiple times a day, and use every single one. I swear, I think she maybe had like 100 of them. And it was like all the money spent, and it just seems so wasteful. I'm sure she can like sell it for profit and whatnot, but that goes back to like resellers overpricing stuff just because of the brand that it is. Like, who wants to pay $100 for a Stanley Cup? Not me. I wanted that Wicked Stanley Cup so bad, the Wicked Glinda pink sparkly cup so bad, but I didn't get to Target in time when it was the normal price, and the resellers on Facebook Marketplace were ridiculously high. I even asked for it for Christmas and I didn't get it. But like, I think they were selling them for $80 or $100, and that's a little bit out of my pocket. I would not pay $100 for a cup. In what world? It's just a cup. And it's a Stanley Cup. They say a Walla is better. I might get an Walla. But yeah, overconsumption. It's so gross to look at. I've also seen this girl on TikTok where she shows like her closet, and it's so many purses, Juicy Couture purses, and Kate Spade purses, Loungefly backpacks. You know, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade of like, oh, you shouldn't collect so much. I mean, I guess to each their own. It's your money. What can I tell you what you can and cannot do? It's just how do they not... I don't know. I don't know what else to say that isn't negative about it. Do those same people eventually become hoarders? Or is there a difference? Like, I've seen hoarders, and it's not even just an emotional issue, it's like a mental issue to become a hoarder. You like keep things that you don't need, or I don't know, like, where do you draw the line? And I didn't realize I had such a huge problem with hoarding and overconsumption until I moved out of my apartment, and I had so much stuff. I was like, when did I buy this? Why did I buy this? I spent money on this. And I put on a moving sale to sell some of the stuff. I was like, towards the end, I was just like, you don't even have to pay me for it. Just take it. I don't want to look at it. Just take it. It takes up too much space, and I don't want to see it. I just want to get rid of it. That's also an issue because eventually they're not going to want those things anymore either, because when I don't want it, to me it's like it's gonna go in a pattern. Like, then they're not gonna want it, then the person after is not gonna want it, or they don't care about it, and then they just throw it away in the trash and it ends up in a landfill. We know how bad landfills are. Like, it's things that aren't even recyclable. It's wasted plastic. Then we can go on into like the environment talk and how it's affecting the earth and how we live and how we're treating the environment, nature, animals, so on and so forth. I think that is all I have to say for tonight. And I say tonight because I am filming this at 9:43 p.m. I did want to plan a schedule for myself where I record in the morning, I spend the afternoon editing, I finalize, and then I post. But I already didn't keep up with the schedule. But it's 9:43 p.m. and I have nothing else to do, so I might as well just do this and edit already and then post. So I think I'll usually post on Wednesdays, but I'm not sure. I might just post it Friday. I don't know yet. Also, I have to think about more topics to discuss, and I always think about these topics when I go to bed. When I'm laying in bed and it's completely dark and I'm trying to sleep, but I can't because my mind just won't shut the fuck up. Like, and if I don't get it out of my system, I just think and think, and then when I have enough, I just put the Bible app on and wait to go to sleep. I listen to the Bible, and I don't want it to get to the scary stories or the book of Revelation, because then I really won't go to sleep. So yeah, I think that is about all I've got to say tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching this sleepover. I'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah, I think that is my outro, because I don't have anything else to say.